Hi everyone! Today we will learn Pythagorean Theorem and we will use it to solve some problems. We will finish the video with exit card. Let's start with the definition. Pythagorean Theorem says that the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs of a right triangle is equal to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. We should find legs and hypotenuse first. In ABC triangle, we can say that these two sides are legs of the triangle. And now we know that Pythagorean theorem applies only to right triangle, which means we have a right angle. We needed to find hypotenuse because hypotenuse is opposite of the right angle. And hypotenuse doesn't touch right angle itself. Now, let's focus on our equation. Let's say that the length of this side, A, and the length of this side, B. As usual, we will say the length of the hypotenuse, C. Let's think about what the equation is telling us. It tells if we take lengths of two legs and square them, then add them together, they will equal the number of the square the length of the hypotenuse. Okay, let's look at the special example to make more sense. In this 3, 4, 5 triangle, we can say A is the length of BC side, and it is 4. And B is the length of AB side, and it is 3. And then, if I square this side, it will be 16. And geometric equivalent of squaring something results in square shape. And this shape contains 16 square. And if I square the B side, this will be like that. And this square contains 9 unit squares. And our hypotenuse is 5. And if I square it, it will be 25. I will rearrange these squares. If I drag this blue square next to green one, we can say that the area of these two squares are equal. Let's see this video. In this experiment, in the center, there is a right triangle. And she filled the squares of the legs with water. When she turned the material down, we can see that it's equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Now we know the Pythagorean theorem, but when we will use Pythagorean theorem? Anytime we have a right triangle, we know the length of the two sides, and we want to find the length of the third side. Anytime we have a triangle, we can find that it is a right triangle or not. We can find the diagonal distance across a square. We can find the shortest distance between 2 points on a plane. Okay, now we will solve problems about them. Let's focus on the first question. Find the length of the unknown side by using given information. In this example, the unknown side is our hypotenuse. And we can see that this is a right triangle. We can apply the Pythagorean theorem. In this example, we can say A is 2 cm and B is 3 cm and C is our hypotenuse. The square of 2 is 4 and the square of 3 is 9. And the sum of these numbers is 13. And 13 should be equal to square of c. First, we need to simplify the exponents. The inverse operation is taking the square roots. So, square root of 13 is equal to square root of c square. And c is equal to square root of 13. It may be irrational or decimal. It's okay. So c is square root of 13 centimeter. Let's look at the second example. Find the length of the unknown side by using given information. In this question, the unknown side, one of the are legs. And this is also right triangle, so we can apply Pythagorean theorem. If I say that A is 5 centimeter, the unknown side should be B, and I can see that the hypotenuse is 6 centimeter. And then 5 square is 25 plus B square equals to 6 square and 36. If I subtract 25 to both sides, that means B square equals to 11. And if I square root of both sides, I can find the B. B is square root of 11 centimeter. Now we will test this is a right triangle or not. There are given the lengths of the sides for triangle. Find that it's a right triangle or not. In the left side, we see 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter, and 10 centimeter. According to Pythagorean theorem, a square plus b square is equal to c square. Let's check. 6 square plus 8 square is equal to 10 square or not? 36 plus 64 is equal to 100? Yes, it's equal. So this is a right triangle. Let's look at the right one. 5 centimeter, 7 centimeter, and 8 centimeter. According to Pythagorean theorem, a square plus b square is equal to c square, and 5 square plus 7 square is equal to 8 square or not? 25 plus 49 is equal to 64? No, it's not. It's not right triangle. The sides in a square is 1. What is the diagonal distance in the square? When we look at this square, we can see that there are 2 right triangles. And the diagonal is hypotenuse of this triangle. We can apply Pythagorean theorem. A square plus b square equals to c square. And our legs are 1 and 1. And we want to find the length of the hypotenuse. 1 square plus 1 square is equal to 2. And if I square root of both sides, we can say that c is square root of 2. Our diagonal distance is square root of 2. Okay, let's look at the next question. Find the perimeter of the rectangle by using given information. As you can see, now we have the length of the diagonal, and we know the length of the one of the legs. We can use Pythagorean theorem. The length of the AC sides square is equal to the length of the AB side square plus the length of the BC side square. We know the length of the AC. It is 25. 25 squared is equal to our unknown side square plus 20 square. 625 is equal the unknown side square, the square of AB plus 400. If I subtract 400 to both sides, I found 225 is equal to the length of the AB square. And if I square root of both sides, I can find the length of the AB side. It is 15. And the perimeter of rectangle ABCD is 2 times 15 plus 20, and it is 70 centimeters. Let's look at the question. Find the length of the unknown side of the shape by using given information. Firstly, we should find the length of this side. Let's say it's A. We can see there are 2 right triangles. Let's start with the first one. We can apply Pythagorean theorem. According to Pythagorean theorem, 9 square plus 12 square is equal A square. 11 plus 144 is equal A square. And 225 is equal A square. If I square root of both sides, A should be 15. Now I know the length of this side. It's 15. Let's continue with second triangle. 10 square plus c square is equal to 15 square. 100 plus c square should be equal 225. If I subtract the 100 for both sides, I conclude c square is equal 125. And if I square root of both of them, I will find c is equal 5 square root of 5. Let's look at this question. Find out the shortest distance between the 2 points. If I create a triangle, a right triangle here, I can say that the lengths of the legs are 2 units and 4 units. Now the question has changed. We want to find the length of the hypotenuse. And if I apply Pythagorean theorem, I can say that c square equals to 4 square plus 2 square. And that means c square equals to 20. And the shortest distance between these 2 points is square root of 20. And now exit card time. I will share exit card with you in Google Classroom. Let's check it, and after 20 minutes I will check your exit cards. See you in next lesson.